dentures. Overdenture is also known as hybrid denture, telescopic denture, overlay denture, onlay denture, tooth supported overdenture, and implant supported overdentures are also there. Superimposed denture. Definition: any removable dental prosthesis that covers and rests on one or more remaining natural teeth or root of the natural teeth and or dental implants. When it is supported by dental implants, it is called as implant supported overdenture. Goals of overdenture. The overdenture accomplishes three goals, mainly three goals. It maintains teeth as a part of residual reach. It decreases the rate of resorption and it increases the patient's manipulative skill in handling the denture. When there is periodontal ligament is present on the of the underlying root, that helps in manipulative skill, improving the manipulative skill of handling denture. Indications for overdenture: for a patient who faces the loss of remaining natural teeth of adult dentition. When patient is young and he because of any reason patient faces the loss of teeth, when then there is overdenture is very good option for young patient. Cases where retention is difficult to obtain. The cases like when there is resorption of reach and loss of many teeth, then there is when there is a retention problem. In that cases, the overdenture is good option. Xerostomia or siloria. In case of hello, in case of xerostomia, siloria, there is problem with retention and patient may faces the problem of burning sensation. In that case, the tooth supported overdenture is very good option. In absence of alveolar residual ridge, again when there is absence of alveolar residual ridge, there is a problem with the retention. In that case, we can give the overdenture. Then loss of maxilla or partial loss of mandible. In that case, when hello, loss of maxilla or partial loss of mandible. In that cases, the overdenture is good option to replace the missing segment of maxilla or mandible. We can give the overdenture with the help of remaining teeth. Then congenital deformity, cleft palate. In case of cleft palate, there is loss of many, some or many teeth and missing segment of palate can be replaced with the help of remaining present teeth. Then for a patient with a poor prognosis for a complete denture, high palatal wall, reach slope. In case of a high palatal wall, there is a problem with the retention. In those cases, we can give overdenture with on uh, on that overdenture we can replace the missing teeth as well as we skip that palatal wall. Uh, without we can give the open denture like this. There is no present of palatal segment of that denture. Poorly defined sublingual fold space. In case of a class 3 term position, when there is large term, we can give the overdenture. Night edge reach, again there is a problem of retention. Then when pronounced vertical overlap of the anterior teeth is required to produce good aesthetic, the overdenture is good option in this case. Unilateral overdenture can be given to provide a good function and aesthetic of large amount of bone and soft tissue have been lost on the one side of the arch. Patient with badly worn out teeth, when there is severely worn out dentition, we can give the overdenture with the help of root. Then when the complete denture will be opposed by the remaining mandibular anterior teeth. In the in the case of combination syndrome. You have seen the combination syndrome patient where there is big and mandibular anterior teeth are present and missing maxillary teeth. In those cases, the overdenture is good option. Then contraindication. Overdenture are contraindicated in uncooperative patient, undermotivated patient. Then any indication where the patient will not cooperate in oral hygiene and regular office procedure. In when you give the overdenture to the patient requires to visit again and again to the dental clinic for regular procedures like when there we have to see whether the abutment is in normal condition, whether there is secondary caries or periodontal loss. In those cases, if patient is denying to visit again and again dentist, then in those cases we cannot give the overdenture. And psychologically, some patient cannot accept the type of removable denture. Then mentally and physically handicapped patient for whom plaque control and good oral hygiene is difficult, and the patient cannot economically afford. Economically, over denture are costly than the conventional denture as you have to treat the abutment tooth endodontically and periodontically. So that cost increases, and then again, if you use the attachment cost is again added into the conventional dentures cost, and again the maintenance and regular dental office visits cost is added into the conventional denture. So it is again costly, and the patient if cannot afford the economically, you cannot give the overdenture. And advantages of overdenture is preservation of alveolar bone. So presence of teeth is very important for the preservation of alveolar bone. If, when there is no teeth present, the alveolar bone resorption is more, so it helps in the preservation of alveolar bone. Then improved retention, stability, and support. Retention is resistance against vertical forces, and stability is resistance against horizontal forces. If you give the overdenture to supported overdenture, there is a good retention and stability, and as well as support. Support is because when you give the abutment overdenture, abutment increases the um, lo- helps in bearing the load and gives good support, and it provides a vertical definite stop, physiological acceptance, hence better patient cooperation, and preservation of masticatory proprioception. Again, there is a presence of this periodontal ligament helps in a preservation of a masticatory proprioception. Fewer post-insertion problems are there compared to the conventional denture. Convertibility is again if there is loss of abutment because of any reason in future. So you can convert the old denture into the conventional denture. Then ideal occlusion can be given, open palate possible. Again, in cases of a deep palatal wound, you can give open palatal design. Then harmony of arch form, less trauma to the supporting tooth. As good aesthetic is possible with the overdenture. Again, it is depend on the case. It varies from case to case. For overdenture, you require good interocclusal space and support. So ease of construction and maintenance and lower cost compared to the RPD. RPD Instead of RPD, you can say CPD. Disadvantages. Overdenture treatment is more expensive than the conventional denture because of periodontal and endodontic therapy. Bulkier than FPD and RPD. Overdenture is bulkier than FPD and RPD, so you require good interocclusal space. Because when you give the overdenture, you need attachment, and for that attachment you need a good interocclusal space. So if oral hygiene is not maintained properly, caries and periodontal disease may still progress. This is the disadvantage. Then bony undercut may cause either over-contouring or under-contouring of the denture, encroachment of the intermolar distance, aesthetics. In many cases, owing to the lack of available space section of the overdenture base are quite thin. So in these cases, there may be a chances of fracture of denture. If metal reinforcement is not used, fracture of the base and prosthetic teeth is common. Types of overdenture. Then the type of overdenture are depend primarily on the status of patient's dentition and the start of the treatment. So if you give overdenture immediately after the extraction, you can call it as an immediate overdenture. It is constructed for inserting immediately after the removal of the some natural teeth, of which may hopeless abutment teeth. Um, these are treated and the overdenture are inserted as an immediate replacement. The immediate overdenture modified as required and can be worn for several years under a favorable circumstances. This is immediate overdenture. The advantages of immediate overdenture are patient satisfaction, that patient psychological benefit it's more in case of immediate overdenture because when you extract the teeth and you immediately replace it, patient need not stay dangerous for longer, and immediately it helps in patient adopting chewing skill or talkative skill of the patient. Then transitional overdenture or additive overdenture. It is a transitional overdenture is obtained by converting existing removable partial denture to the overdenture. As the teeth are getting teeth, you have to replace the teeth more and more teeth. So you can convert the partial overdenture into the removable partial denture into the overdenture, remote overdenture. A remove overdenture is an over remote overdenture is an overdenture other than the transitional or immediate. It is usually constructed for the insertion at some time remote from the removable hopeless natural teeth. So classification of overdenture, it is again based on the period of insertion. As we have seen immediate, transitional, remote, and design. Bare root overdenture, telescopic, attachment fixed overdenture, implant supported overdenture. Method of support: natural teeth supported, that is teeth or root supported, implant supported, and submerged root supported. Then method of retention: natural teeth, magnetic, and attachments. According to the abutment preparation, short coping and long coping, area covered, complete and partial overdenture. This is classification given by Bristol. Transitional overdenture, framing overdenture, immediate replacement overdenture, definitive process. These are the overdenture classification. Overdenture attachment classification: extraradicular and intraradicular. In intraradicular, they stand for in extraradicular stud type of attachment, bar and ancillary. So stud attachment. Stud attachment is simple in a design and consists of a male stud type that is soldered to the base. The base, uh, the base is nothing but the coping covering the prepared root stem. So male attachment is attached to the basically attached to the root stem, and the female attachment is attached to the acrylic part of the denture here, acrylic part of the over denture, and soldered to the substructure or soldered to the substructure in the over denture. So if the over denture is made up of acrylic, it is embedded into the acrylic, and it is made up of metal denture base. So you can solder this attachment to the over denture. The female housing can be rigidly attached to the male, and it is classified as a non-resilient attachment. If it is rigidly attached to the male, then it is classified as a non-resilient. And if there is some possible movements are there, then it is called as a resilient attachment. So it could be designed with the spring load to provide a control movement, and therefore it is classified as a resilient attachment. So here uh, gerber attachment. This is again two type, rigid, and it is popular and widely used. It consists of a male post threaded into the screw attached to the soldering base, and female overall housing containing the retention spring and ring. So retention is adequate with this attachment, and fabrication is relatively simple. Disadvantage of this system is expensive, and the attachment is capable of torque on the tooth. So the attachment so if attachment is rigid, more the rigidity, more is the torque. And the second disadvantage of this attachment, other than the cost, there you need a good uh, amount of interocclusal space. If there is no good amount of interocclusal space, then you cannot give this type of attachment. And if you give, there can be a chances of fracture. So resilient, it has a soldering base and different type of male retention post. The overall housing contains mounting ring, bushing, and retention ring with a spring assembly that enables the attachment to move in a vertical direction. So this two type of attachment is there. One is rigid, and second is resilient. So as I told you before that it impart less torque. If resilience is there, resiliency is there, there is less torque, and if it is the rigid, more is the torque. So dial attachment here you can see this. There are three types: rigid. Again, this is classified rigid, resilient, and stress broken. All are composed of male unit that is attached to the tooth, and female housing embedded into the acrylic part of a denture base. The retention with all three types provided by a flexible arm. This is sec attachment here. This is it consists of a male portion. This is male portion that is affixed to the tooth. Here, these are vertical slots that get open, and this ring, this is female portion. It is embedded into the acrylic. It fits over this vertical slot, uh, and then this slot gets open and locked. See here, consists of male portion affixed to the tooth and has a rounded shape, wider at top and split vertically into the four sections. These four sections are flexible and capable of being compressed. Over these fits female housing or ring. Rotherham attachment. Here again it is resilient and non-resilient. So in this attachment again the male portion is attached to the root, and female portion is attached to the acrylic part. So male portion consists of a short stud with a deeper groove. Here, this is male portion, and this is female portion. This is C type of female portion. It attached into the male portion. So female portion is C type of ring, and this ring fits into the groove of the stud. Here you can see this is male portion. This is groove, and this female type of portion is fixed into the groove. The male stud can be easily attached to the coping with a free hand soldering, and female clip is attached to the denting base with a cold pure acrylic. So, however, it is difficult to prove to prevent locking of the arms into the acrylic when done, thereby negating the spring action. So, this is Rotherman attachment. Introfix attachment. Here, introfix attachment in this tall stud attachment that can be used for the fixed removable bridge work as well as for the overdenture. It consists of three parts: a shoulder bar that is common to the antrofix, a replaceable or adjustable male friction part, and female cylindrical housing. So advantages of these are it is simple to use, components are replaceable or interchangeable, the attachment provides good setting and retention, and it can be used in combination with a resilient attachment. Its service of the life is indefinite. Disadvantage paralleling is necessary. Again, here the paralleling is necessary. If your abutment teeth are not in a parallel position, if they are present. uh, if not present in a parallel position, you cannot use this type of attachment. If processed in lab, so you need a lab support for this. And torque potential is maximum if the interface is not adapt properly. Schubigers attachment. Here it consists of a short screw. This is a short screw, and this is the screw base. Short screw for bar fixation, a larger one uh, for fixed removable bridge work, and an individual cap core system. Here, this is metal sleeve. It is fixed onto the screw. It has three parts. Solder base is common, a sleeve in a ceramic metal, or a cap nut, and overall height is 2.8 millimeter. So again, advantages of this is allows complete flexibility, provides for bar fixation, permit conversion from bar to individual stud. If the paralleling is not possible, you can use individual stud fixation instead of bar. And here again, I told you, as I told you, paralleling is not necessary and complex and expensive. Zest anchor. Here, this is the only attachment in which the female portion is attached to the root and male portion is embedded into the denture. In all the attachment, the female portion is embedded into the denture base and the male portion is attached to the root. It derives its retention from within the root. This is intra radicular attachment. Post preparation made within the root, and the female sleeve is cemented to place the male portion. That is, male portion is made up of nylon post and ball head, and it is attached to the over denture at chair side. The retention is by ball end shaping into the undercut of the female sleeve. This is the ball end of the male portion. It fixes into the female portion of the root. The advantage of this attachment, it overcome a space problem. So it is intraradicular attachment. Though there is a less interocclusal space, you can give this type of attachment. Then the leverage on the abutment teeth is negligible because the attachment is already into the root, so leverage forces are less. Then the attachment procedure is simple and it can perform chair side. You need not required lab support for this attachment. If more than one tooth is used, parallelism is not a criteria because the flexibility of nylon made. So male portion is made up of nylon. So if though there is not parallelism, so you can use this type of attachment. The disadvantage is again the casting is required, as root structure and the canal itself is susceptible of caries. You are not you are giving this attachment intraradicular, so the root structure and canal is again susceptible for the caries. So this is the main disadvantage. Nylon stud can be bent and fracture easily, so you need a frequent recall. Then food debris accumulation into the female housing. Again, it is intraradicular, so you cannot prevent the food debris accumulation. Ideal to use for the interim overdenture. Bar attachment. So bar attachment again, it helps in a splinting the abutment tooth. Abutment teeth. So bar is given onto the multiple tooth, so it helps in a splinting. Retention, support. So interocclusal space availability has already been emphasized. Bar attachments are again classified into two types, bar units and bar joint. When there is no movement possible, then you can call that attachment as a bar unit, and when there are minimal movement possible, you call it as a bar joint. Bar unit is a rigid attachment where there is no movement between the bar and overlying sleeve, can be classified as a tooth form. So bar joint permit the rotational movement between the sleeve and bar. So type of bar attachment are header bar, bar, Baker, and Ackermann's clip. Here again you can see this is bar attachment. This is female portion. It is fixed to the Denture base. This is my question. This fix on this trait. Magnets. So the magnetic, these type of attachment, these have been in existence since 1930, and they can be divided into groups. Those depending on the mutual repulsion like forces. The disadvantages of these attachment are it is less retentive when most needed. When jaws are part, there are less forces, magnetic forces. So it is less retentive when it is most needed. And continued resorption. When you, as the time goes, the magnet get resolves. These depending on the mutual attraction, unlike poles. Disadvantages are one continuous attracting forces could cause embedded bar magnet to move through the bone and soft tissue and become exfoliated. So when there is a magnetic forces, continuous magnetic forces, the magnet comes out of the bone and soft tissue. So this is one of the disadvantage. And again, the second disadvantage is of magnet attachment is because of a continuous forces, magnetic forces, there chances of a palatal hyperplasia. So yeah, the gland get hyperplastic. So this is the main disadvantage of these magnet type of attachments. So these attachment, with the help of these attachment, you can give the overdenture. And in case where there is very less root structure is available, in that case you can simply submerge that root. So you treat that and root endodontically and periodontically and submerged into the bone. So it helps in maintaining the bone height. So in that case, you can give submerged root overdenture. So this is all about overdentures. Any question? Okay, thank you.
दोन मिनिट बाकी आहेत मला वाजू